Imagine waking up one morning and money simply no longer exists. No wallet, no bank card, no phone, no salary, no prices. You are hungry. Your family waits, but nothing can be bought. Nearby, someone has meat, but he owes you absolutely nothing. Today, almost every object around us already has a price. Coffee, bread, work, time, even attention is measured by money. But for most human history, coins and banks did not exist. And strangely, that world did not collapse into chaos immediately. So the real question is simple. How did they survive? We imagine barter easily. Fish for grain, fur for tools. It sounds simple, almost like a peaceful ancient marketplace. But the strangest part begins next. Barter often became impossible. Imagine catching fish, then needing shoes for a freezing road. The shoemaker does not want fish. He wants grain instead. The farmer has grain, but he only wants pottery today. The potter wants labor before giving you anything at all. Suddenly, you are not buying shoes. You are chasing desires. Every person wants something different, and the chain traps you. That is why simple barter could not build large societies. Inside small communities, life worked through something far stranger. Before money, the greatest wealth was not metal, but trust. People knew your name, family, promises, failures, and character. If you lacked food today, a neighbor might share meat, not because you paid, but because one day you would help. You might bring firewood, repair roofs, hunt, or watch children. This was a world of debt, memory, and relationships. And this is where everything becomes frightening. Trust could disappear. Today, losing money hurts. Then losing trust could kill you. If someone kept taking and never returned, everyone remembered it. If he lied during hardship, that memory followed him everywhere. There was no credit score, but people carried one inside, and in winter, that memory could close the last door. Picture cold night, dying fire, and a sick child nearby. You ask for help, but your old debts arrive first. Their eyes are not angry, they are simply remembering. But that is only half the story of ancient exchange. People also used objects that slowly became almost money. Salt, grain, cattle, shells, furs, cloth, metal, even cacao. These things mattered because many people agreed they had value. Cattle was living wealth, milk, meat, hides, survival, status. But animals could get sick, run away, or die overnight. You cannot put a goat in your pocket easily. Now, imagine the worst. All valuable things are fragile. Meat rots, mice eat grain, and salt gets ruined. Shells can be faked, and metal may simply disappear. Every exchange required conversation, argument, memory, reputation, and risk. Without a shared price, value was born through struggle. One wants 3 grain bags, another offers only 1. Between them, there is no register, label, or policy. There is hunger power, character, connection, and fear. So money was not convenience. It was a trust revolution. It let people trade with strangers they did not know. You no longer needed his family history or promises. You only needed others to accept the same object later. And that changed everything. Trust became something portable. But before coins, another powerful invention appeared: accounting. Debts were remembered, marked, carved, knotted, and recorded. A person could take grain now and return it later. A tool could be received today, then repaid tomorrow. Ancient people first invented a way not to forget. But then comes the part almost nobody talks about. When debt appears, power appears right beside it. The person storing grain becomes stronger than the hungry neighbor. The person recording debts begins controlling someone else's future. A neighbor slowly becomes a debtor, worker, and obligation. Money's history is also power, trust, trade, and fear. Small groups could survive because everyone remembered everyone else. They saw who shared, who hid, and who disappeared. But settlements grew, and memory could not hold everything. The world needed a new language for complete strangers. Money became that language. Labor, grain, time, and debt. Suddenly, human labor could become almost anything imaginable. But with that power, something ancient quietly disappeared. Wealth once lived in relationships, respect, help, and memory. Then, wealth began hiding inside metal, coins, and numbers. Today, money is almost invisible, glowing on screens. It arrives as notifications and disappears with one tap. But the ancient fear inside us never truly vanished. We fear not only poverty, but being completely alone. No food, no support, no place among your people. Here is the climax. Money did not create value. It made trust portable, cold, convenient, and understandable. A coin became trust inside the hand of a stranger. And deep inside, we still sit beside that ancient fire.